You ever wake up in the morning and your balls are killing you? Well, if you're me, that happens pretty frequently. Should I go into this? That's not what this video is about. But, yeah. I got a vasectomy like 10 years ago, maybe probably 15 years ago now. Damn, maybe 20. And you get scar tissue in there and it builds up. Man, that shit hurts. If you're going to get a vasectomy, I advise you not to. I am so sorry I did that. But on the other hand, the doctor said I was a rare case, and he said my tubes were higher than the average male. So when he cut my tubes and sewed them back together or cauterized them back together, when you're laying on a hospital bed and you're looking down and someone's cauterizing your balls and you're seeing smoke signals coming up from your nutsack, it's very dramatizing and something you never forget. Anyway, so my tubes are higher, so when he cauterized the tubes back together, it pulled my balls up, so now I have high balls. And pain all the time. So, hey guys, because I know mostly guys watch this channel, if any women watch it, they probably all just unsubbed. Really think about it before you get a vasectomy. And make sure you ask your doctor if your tubes, I guess they call them, are the right height. Because if not, when it gets cold outside, your balls will go up like mini blinds. Fast. I got a couple emails this week. People asking me what kind of gun they should buy. And no, this video really is not about that. And then I got another email saying, I'm going to get my carry permit for the first time. What's a good gun to buy? That's scary when I hear that. I'm going to get my carry permit and I'm buying a gun for the first time. What gun should I buy? Dude, I know you're getting your carry permit, but really, you need to go to the range first. Get your little carry permit right now. Get the carry permit, stick it in your sock drawer, and close the drawer for a while. I don't recommend you carrying a firearm if you're not familiar with them at all. Okay? I'm not a safety Sally, but when it comes to carrying a weapon, I am a super safety Sally. Yes, I am. So, I can't tell you what a good gun is to buy. I could suggest a group of guns for you to try out. And my advice to you is start out with a small caliber, work your way up. You need to go to the range, and they have a section in the gun range, if you're not familiar with it, to rent guns. They rent them. You need to go shoot some of them, okay? And you need to get comfortable with shooting, and you need to know a little bit about shooting before you carry a firearm. That's my advice to you. I mean, that's for best results. There's tons of people that carry firearms and they never even shoot and they don't know nothing about guns. The only problem with that is if they get in a stressful situation, they might be in deep shit. So, you know, if you are a permit carrier, you should at least hit the range once a month. It's not a big deal. Plus, it's fun. Even if you're not a gun person, go at least once a month and shoot your weapon. Get to know your weapon. Okay? I just put these three out. These are some of the guns I carry. You have that Glock 23. That thing's amazing. That's a Gen 4. That has 1,000 rounds to it with 0 failures. There is a Colt Commander. All you guys seen it before. It's beautiful, and I carry that too. That Colt to me is like a war horse. So I don't worry. I mean, I don't want to scratch it. I don't want it to get worn out, but I'm not worrying about it. That Colt, that particular 1911, to me is a tool. That particular, same with Glocks. That's why I like Glocks. I look at them more. I love the way they look, and I love them as guns. But if they get scratched or anything, I don't worry about it. They're more like tools to me. And then you got your safe queens like the Ed Brown and you know the Sig Sauer P226. You don't want to get no scratches on it. Guns like that, you know, I worry about stuff like that. But these is just a small amount here I'm showing you that I do carry often, and they're really reliable. That's what they are, and that's the most important. And I know each weapon well and how to operate it. But if you're new to firearms and you're thinking about getting a carry permit, there's a lot to think about. You don't know what situation you're going to get into. You don't know how it's going to escalate. I try to avoid confrontation when I'm carrying a firearm. Usually I am that type of person to probably occasionally get in an argument with somebody, because this is my personality. I just don't, I just don't like people, being disrespectful to me if I'm not doing nothing wrong. I just don't put up with it. I don't like it. But when I'm carrying a firearm, like today it happened. Today it happened. Swear to God. Went to get a pizza today, and the guy had such a fucking attitude, and he was pissing me off. He was like slamming the pans around and shit. I'm like, what the fuck is this asshole's problem? Why is he acting like this in front of customers? Someone needs to get that pan and brain him over the fucking head with it. So I'm thinking about all this, getting all worked up. I'm like, I gotta go outside. So, when you're carrying a firearm, you gotta try to get control of yourself before you walk out the door. You have to put yourself in a different mode. Calm, try to be really responsible, you know what I'm saying? Like I said, if confrontation goes down when I'm carrying, I will try to avoid it any way I can. The last thing you want to do is even have to pull your gun out. Not alone use it, you don't even want to pull it out. To me, when I carry, that firearm's probably never going to come out. The only thing that thing's for is if my back's against a wall and I have no other choice, and I know I have to decide whether I'm going to live or die, now that fucker's coming out. That's when it's coming out. That's how I look at carrying a firearm. Am I going to be a hero and save people's lives with it and all if something goes down? I don't know. I don't know how it would act, so I ain't going to say yes or no. Am I a sheepdog? Is that what they call them? I don't know if I am or not. I don't know if I have what it takes. But I do know this. If I'm cornered and it's a life and death situation, I'm going to try to save my life with my carry permit that gives me the right to. So far, I don't know how long that's going to last now. So you got to find out for yourself, what is your strong caliber that you're most effective with. Once you find that out, now you know what caliber you need. Now you got to find the perfect gun for yourself in that caliber. So, okay, you shoot best with the 9. All right, let's look at a bunch of 9s. Let's look at a Glock 19, a Glock 26. Let's look at a Ruger LC9. Talking about carry guns here. I'm not going to name the Beretta 92 or anything. No big guns like that. And there's all kinds of beautiful 9mm. You got the Kimber Solo now. That is a cool little 9mm. That Kimber Solo, when it first came out, they were having problems with that thing. But I handled one yesterday. That is a sweet little gun, and it has a beautiful trigger. As far as I'm concerned, I heard they fixed all the problems with the Solo. They're not having problems with them anymore. I don't know. But when I pulled the trigger and dry fired it, it feels like a car PM9. Feels like a trigger like that. To me, the little guns, the car has like probably one of the best, smoothest triggers. It doesn't feel like a staple gun like the LCP, the LC9. They feel like staple guns. I can't stand the triggers on them damn guns. But they're reliable and they work. But the cars have a real smooth trigger pull, and the Kimber Solo has almost the exact same feeling, and it has a really nice trigger pull. So do some research on that though, because I don't know if the Kimber corrected the problem. But it's a cool little 9mm. So go through a bunch of different 9mm, and you'll find one particular firearm you'll be at your best with. Alright, that's all the advice I can give you, man. I hope that helped you. Like I say, there's no way I can just pinpoint a single firearm to tell you to go buy. That can't happen. I wish I had a better answer for you. I wish it could be more clear and say, yeah, just go get this, you're good to go. It just doesn't work like that. It's like buying a car. You're going to try all different shit out. But this is a serious thing. You're carrying a weapon that's designed to destroy a human being in case you have to. So you want to get the best weapon of choice so you can be the most effective with it. Alright guys, see you.